Well, NASA is rolling back the Artemis II moon rocket from its launch pad at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. It is expected to take up to 12 hours to move the 322-foot rocket, with the journey spanning 4 miles back to its hangar for repairs. Artemis II has spent a month on the launch pad ready for potential liftoff, but has encountered some problems that pushed its launch date back multiple times, most recently the rocket's helium system malfunction. So CBS News space consultant Bill Harwood joins us now from the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Bill, Artemis is eyeing a historic mission to fly 4 astronauts around the moon for the first time in decades. What do we know about this malfunction, and what does this rollback mean for the new target launch date?
Well, I'll answer the second question first. By rolling back to the vehicle assembly building to make repairs, the launch, which had been hoped for in March this month, or next month, I should say, is now going to slip to no earlier than April the 1st. So it's had an impact, but that's partly because of the repairs and partly because they have a limited number of launch windows based on a lot of technical reasons. So it's pushed the launch back to April. As for the helium leak we're talking about, when they did a fueling test last week that was otherwise completely successful, they were trying to repressurize the upper stage of this rocket with helium. They used that helium to push propellants down to the engines, to drain the tanks after a fueling, that sort of thing. And they couldn't get it repressurized. So something's wrong. They can't access that stage at the launch pad, so they have to come back into the VAB where they can put work platforms down just to get access to it and find out what's wrong.
So we're watching this time lapse now, which blows my mind because I've been watching the live stream and I'm so not of a science mind. I literally thought they were going to put the rocket on a flatbed truck or something. I did not understand that this is how they move it. So can you describe to us the process of rolling it back to its hangar? And now it makes sense why it takes up to 12 hours to go 4 miles.
Yeah, it really does. You know, we're all used to this from the space shuttle program. They used to roll the shuttle out the same way. They anchored this 322-foot rocket, like you say, on top of this mobile launch platform. And then they have a crawler, this squat Apollo era, they call it a crawler transporter, that goes up under the launch pad. It lifts it up and then brings it back to the vehicle assembly building. The whole thing's rather amazing. The crawler alone weighs 6.6 million pounds.
Wow.
That mobile launch platform that the rocket sits on weighs 11 million pounds, and the rocket weighs nearly 4 million. So when you see this thing moving at 1 mile per hour, it's 23 million pounds of machine that's rolling down this crawlerway. So it really is kind of mind-boggling.
Yeah, my tiny brain can't even comprehend that. But as we're looking right now, we can see that it's just inching closer and closer. Bill Harwood, we always appreciate you breaking it down for us. Thank you for joining.
Sure thing.